Hey everybody, it's your girl Tracy at tracyb.com. Haven't been on here in a minute. Just wanted to wish you all a happy new year, first off, and to encourage you all to refocus. A lot of us went into 2015 with a brand new slate of ideas what we were going to do for 2015. And then it hit December 31st, 2015, and some of those things didn't come to fruition. So I have to ask myself, and maybe you should ask yourself, why? Why didn't those things come to light? Was it that we made those decisions haphazardly? Did we not plan them through? Or did we just not follow through? Simply didn't follow through on the things that we said we wanted to do. So with it being January 1st, 2016, I encourage you all to refocus. I made myself a note this time because I haven't been on here in a minute, so I wanted to make sure that I touched on what I wanted to touch on and want to encourage you on. And what I wrote is, now is the time to be focused on more than just that resolution. Last year we probably didn't do that. The years before we probably just didn't do that. Focus on that resolution. And then came time where it was time to regroup, and the resolution was nowhere in sight, nowhere even in thought. So we need to make sure that we focus on that resolution. Because the time that we spent preparing it and trying to think about what it is we want to do instead of just focusing on it. We're just thinking, what, maybe if I do, or what about this, what about that? That time that we spend doing all of that, it gets to be February, March, April, and we are still in the planning process. That's what separates us from the winners and the losers. That's what tells us, that's what tells anyone whether they're a winner or a loser. You can't spend January through March, the first quarter of the year, thinking about what it is what you plan to do in December the previous year. You can't do that. Doing that causes you to lose out, to miss out. There's so much stuff that go on in the first quarter of the year, that you want to take part in. You can't be in the thought process at that time. You need to be in a running stage. First 3 months of the year, people have joined the gym. They're not even going to the gym anymore. They're not focused on weight loss anymore. So that time that you spent thinking about it, those are people you could have been tapping into. Those are customers that you could have gotten, but you're still planning. You missed out on it. So that's what separates the winners from the losers. That planning process and all that time that they spend on preparing. Sometimes may it just be something that's in the way, some obstacle that arises that causes you to lose focus on what it is that you're trying to do, or an obstacle that comes and not make you lose focus, but doesn't allow you to achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve in that time frame. So what you want to do is consider all the obstacles that may come and remove them before they get to you. You need to remove those things from your life before you get to them. It's not a hurdle. It's not a race. The race that we're running is really not a race. We're not jumping any hurdles here. We're just trying to live a steady life, make a steady living. And if we're constantly having hurdles that we need to jump, by the time we get to that last hurdle, which is the 12th month of the year, we're falling short and we won't make it over it. To get into the new year. So you want to get rid of those obstacles. You want to think about those obstacles. You want to do that stuff right away so that you know what it is that you may have to face, so that you can confront it and get rid of it as soon as you can. You just have to do these things for yourself, especially if you are starting a new business, especially if you're starting. If you've made a plan to do something for yourself, if you've emptied your nest and you want to do things different, for yourself, because the kids are out the house now. You have to plan for this stuff. This stuff is not just going to pop up just because the situation changes. Oh, this is what we're going to do now. That doesn't really work out in the real world. So the planning is the key, but you don't want to spend time planning when you could be doing. You can't plan the plan. You have to work the plan. So plan it out and implement the plan. It's time to refocus, y'all. It's January 1st already. It's already Central Time, 9:34. You don't want to take January 2nd through the end of January still thinking about what it is you wanted to do for this new year, because you've wasted a month at that point. So it's time to refocus. Like I said, that's what I think we all need to do. Is I want to encourage us all to do it. So with that being said, I am Tracy B, and you guys be blessed.